Hi, I'm Dr. Monica Crooks. I'm Rocky's dentist. He used to keep a jar of peanuts in his truck. Here's why.
I used to keep a jar of peanuts in my truck, so before I would go into a restaurant to eat, I would throw a handful of peanuts in my mouth to smash the peanut meat into the different areas so
Nooks
it
and
was
crannies.
less painful
When you eat your food.
to eat food.
Okay.
Teeth hurt, mouth hurt, and some of them broken off at the gum line, and that ship probably already sailed. And my options were to just
Take them
jerk them
out.
out, put some implants in, bolt some dentures in, and go on. Fortunately, I got involved with you, and you saw that this could be pulled out of the fire.
Look at that gorgeous smile.
It's been life-changing.
Good friend of mine, I went to the denture thing, and that was a lot of money, and he said, well, before you do anything, and I didn't know what my other options were, he wanted me to go to his dentist, so I went to his dentist, and his dentist said, you've got great foundation.
Exactly.
From a construction standpoint, you got a great foundation, you got good walls, you know, we just got some things here that we can work with. And then I met you, and you had me come in and basically told me the same thing, you know, we can't put back what God already gave you. You just worn off the visible part.
Exactly.
Part that you don't see is
Healthy.
awesome.
Yeah.
And-
Long roots. It would have been.
Oh, no,
it would have been a major deal to try to take those teeth out.
And the other dentist told me the same thing. He said, there's one tooth in there I'm not sure I can get out. It's kind of like a rivet. It goes in and swells up, and I'm like, okay, that sounds painful, so let's not do that. So then at that point, both you and the other dentist came to similar rebuilding things. You had a couple of extra steps in your program that made sense to me as a builder.
Because your body has had years to adapt to the other position.
That's the part that I get as a contractor. This house just didn't dissolve into the back into the earth. I mean, it's been neglected. No paint, no roofing, water seeping up underneath the foundation. All these things that's been going on for a long time. You can't miss me, you know, buy this thing, do a little once over, and put it back on the market. I mean, we got some major problems here, and I had major problems to the point where, like we talked about, I thought my ship had probably already sailed on this rebuild thing.
He had a class 3 malocclusion. His lower teeth were on top of his upper teeth, okay?
Yeah.
Like this, okay?
Yeah.
Instead of being like this, which is the ideal way.
Normal.
Yeah. We'll say ideal. There are all kinds of normal. Yours wasn't abnormal. Some people are skeletally that way.
Right.
But you were not skeletally that way. You were adaptively that way. And it's interesting that in the very first visit, if you will recall, when all I did was build up all of those little broken down areas, all the holes and nooks and crannies, we fill them in, and miraculously, after that appointment, what happened? You were no longer class 3.
We were pretty much end to end.
End to end, edge to edge, like that.
It was, and it was strange, but everything meshed together. And I walked out of here, and I'm like, I'm cured. I'm done. What you did, that was just life-changing right there. With good teeth, I don't need to maul it. I can
That's
actually
true.
chew it.
There you go. So the extra step that I spoke of is called the snap-on smile.
Yes.
And what we have the opportunity to do with the snap-on smile is test your vertical dimension. Because what had happened with you is over the years, you had suffered what's called vertical collapse. We don't really know where to place that vertical. Because your body, the human body is amazing. It just adapts to all these changes over time.
In my case, I had the serious underbite, and the reason I really thought your clip-on smile or whatever we did made sense because I was very concerned that for 58 years, my Vado teeth stuck out past my top teeth.
Exactly.
I'm like, I'll see how this goes. But his step, we were just going to go from dark to light, and hopefully I'd like it. With yours, if I didn't like it, I could pop it out and talk to you about, we need to put this back, you know, the way God made me. But having had this in now for several months, we are creatures that adapt. And feels like it's been like that all my life.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing.
Yeah. So when we first put that Snap-on Smile in, it's interesting because, as you will recall, you thought they were kind of big because, of course, it's a sudden change. You're used to the little tiny.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, we've made a change, and you have to adapt to it. So initially, I could hear that you were overextended. The vertical was too excessive. Your speech was not normal. It sounded like your tongue was tripping over something in your mouth. And it took time to get you out of this chair and in a casual situation where you're not thinking about it to hear those things.
Right.
So then I brought you in and we shaved it down about 1 millimeter. And all that problem went away. Do you remember that?
I remember there was a big change.
So what I'd like you to demonstrate is what it looks like when you take this upper out. This upper is a Snap-on Smile that clips to your teeth. That when this is out, we don't see your top teeth at all.
Yeah.
And your lips are kind of overclosed and pursed like you don't have enough vertical dimension.
Yeah, the difference between this and this is significant, but between where I'm at right now as you look at me and where I was
when I first met you.
A couple months ago when we first started, I go back and look at the pictures and I'm like, how did we get there? But it's this the house didn't just dissolve. It's been neglected forever.
Right.
Fortunately, got involved with you and you saw that this could be pulled out of the fire. We're working at a different pace for different reasons because I got a job that's pretty demanding, and so we're trying to work at a slower pace. I'm sure you could have sped this procedure up. I'm very happy that we've taken the time to make damn sure we're going to be happy, because once you make this permanent, it costs a lot of money to put it there. You better be happy with it. This is a step that sold me on what we're doing.
All right, so we put this in and have you bite together. Now look at that. That shows you how much of an vertical we have established. How much of an opening.
Wow. Picture's worth 1,000 words.
Isn't it?
And to visually think that the top ones, like Casey said, have been extended. The bottom ones are my permanent extended crowns.
And you're still that much open, or needed that much opening. There's not going to be a lot of reduction of your teeth needed because, as you can imagine, there's space now between where your uppers are and your lowers are. I don't need to cut from the occlusal or the biting surface. I just need to trim around the teeth to make room for those crowns to go on.
Right.
Okay?
That makes all sense to me. Yeah.
Very good. All these little places that show through this template, those are areas that need to be reduced. So the next step is I'm going to have to record this vertical dimension. This device, the Snap-on Smile, is measuring that, is holding that.
Right.
So I'm going to section it in half, take out half of it, record with bite registration material how your teeth come together. Then we're going to take impressions of your lower arch and your upper arch and send all of that to the lab so that they can create a mock-up for us for the final that pretty much duplicates what you have now with less bulk.
And then they'll send back the wax up of what your teeth would look like.
To make your temporaries look perfect, and it will also give you a preview of what the final restorations are going to look like. Okay? So.
Cool.
Okay. Well, they look pretty. They feel solid all around.
No, they're solid.
This is the strongest muscle in your body, the masseter, right? Right here, these, okay? You can crush bone with them. You can actually pulverize enamel. But when you're on your front teeth, like this, you can't engage this muscle. We build the occlusion so that when you go side to side, you're only on the front, which means you don't have the power, which means you soften the contact, which means you protect the occlusion. I want to know if you run into any interferences, and that means when you're chewing or you're speaking, something hits prematurely. That's not cool. We have to find those spots and eliminate those if they exist. Let's see a big smile. Yay. That looks so good. Wow.
I think it feels great. It's different from what I've had my entire life, which is the underbite. It's different than the clip-on, which was more pronounced overbite.
Right.
This is kind of in between I can live with this. I don't believe I've even come close to accidentally biting myself in the front, on the sides, anywhere.
And you don't find yourself grinding or clenching or...
You can't grind these teeth. When they come down,
They're solid.
they don't move.
Hey there, Rocky. It's been how many years since we did your
You know, I
teeth?
can't even remember how many years it's been. It's been 3 or 4.
At least.
five.
Huh? Maybe 5, 6, huh?
It could have been.
Yeah. And have they been
Yeah.
working for you?
They're perfect. God can't make teeth like this. I'm telling you.
Don't say
Yes, the floss snaps the same between every teeth 5 years later.
That's
it's
amazing.
crazy. It is.
Yeah, and you were thinking about doing what?
The whole jerk them all out
Take
and
them all out.
put in implants and
$60,000 easy.
something like that. Because as you know, like I told you, I used to buy peanuts in 1-gallon buckets, so I'd carry a bucket of peanuts in the car, and whenever I'd get out to go into a restaurant to eat, I'd always grab a handful of peanuts to pack peanut meat in the holes in my teeth. It just turned out really good because I still like peanuts. I developed a taste for them.
And what do you call these? Your food? Food processors.
Food processors. I've joked with you so many times about so many different things. I'm not sure where I'm coming from half the time.
Thank you so much, Rocky. You've been a star patient and such a pleasure to get to know.
It's been great. It's been great. Thank you.